Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina, Caster's Couch has returned home.
Woo! My own bed. Yes.
Wait, you
motorboat your bed?
Do you
Or
not?
every night I get a pillow and
Just one pillow? Like the uniboob superhero woman from Kung Pao?
You better
You just
fucking
got
believe
one
it.
pillow.
All I'm
Actually,
hearing is judgment.
stop judging me, all right? What if I
right.
did have a nice body pillow? That'd be nice.
Do you want one of mine?
Which body pillows do you have?
So I have Jotaro and Dio.
Okay, so no.
And then the other one I have Takato Saijo from Dakaichi. They're all men.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
They're all men, and he's like naked on the other side.
What?
So, well, not fully naked. He has a towel over him.
There was a guy that came to take pictures with me and Azael at FanFest in Raleigh, and
Yeah.
he had a life-size body pillow of Sneaky's cosplays on both sides of it.
Oh my god. Does Sneaky sell that shit, or is that this guy just had
I
that
don't
artistic vision?
So I feel like I saw a couple of them. I feel like I saw at least 2 different body pillows. So I wonder if it was just like 2 friends playing a joke,
It's possible.
or if he actually sold some of those. Because if Sneaky started to sell like merch of himself in
True.
cosplay, that man would make so much fucking money.
He would make bank if he sold body pillows.
So much money.
And,
Holy
like,
crap.
Just whatever posters. If he had posters if he was selling posters of his nude ass self.
I think, well, not completely nude. Or I don't know.
Of course.
You gotta
I'm not-
fact
of
check me.
course,
Don't quote me.
exactly.
But I think he does have a OnlyFans or Fansly page,
does.
whichever site it is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm sure that he's making bank off that too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're
But
looking at me with just like bewilderment in your eyes.
I've got to find the one guy that subscribed. I actually have to find somebody. I'm not
You're
gonna
in luck because I'm a tier 3 sub to see.
bang.
What do you mean you have to find the
You got
one
in.
guy?
Okay,
It's mostly
because I haven't
dudes,
found
right?
one person who subscribed, or at least I haven't asked. To be fair, I haven't asked anybody if they're subscribed, so
Yeah.
that would probably be why I haven't found anyone that is
Yeah.
subscribed.
Might help to ask.
I don't know if anyone would openly admit that.
I would.
You
In the
would?
League of Legends community,
A lot of
they'd
people
probably
would.
race each other to be the first one to proclaim it.
Exactly.
There's a difference between someone memeing saying like, yeah, I'm a tier 3 Amaranth sub, and someone actually being a tier 3 Amaranth sub.
At this point, I've seen way too many people that are shameless.
I was gonna say, dude, the League of Legends community in the modern day and age, I actually think like just horniness is a plurality trait. It's not a majority, but it's definitely a plurality.
It's honestly just like a lot of the internet now.
Yeah.
A lot of the internet revolves around horniness
Yeah.
because it's like, there are times where it's empowering to be like on the horny brigade.
Why has your eyebrows flared like 17 times while you've tried to put this one sentence together, man?
Because before, horniness was often just seen as very blatant sexual harassment in a lot of cases, where it's just like some guy sees a picture of a girl in a swimsuit standing with her family. It's just like, oh man, I want to just motorboat those fucking titties. Oh my god, what'd I do to that ass? Oh! And now instead, it's girls messaging on other girls' photos like, bark, 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 yes, queen, bark, 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 bark. Or me and Chesney going apeshit over Gojo and Nanami and different 2D characters, right? So it's like, we've taken the negativity of the horniness scene and we're pushing forward positivity. Does that make sense at all?
You can edit this next part out, but no, I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm just not gonna.
I was the most interested I've ever been.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
Just
that's
say
good
it.
because
Thank
I'm
you,
editing
Flowers.
this episode
Thank
and
you,
there's no
Flowers.
way that I was going to take the time to cut it
I
out.
appreciate that.
I was begging you to say it.
But okay, we literally just got back. This is the first time that we're filming on a Tuesday rather than a Monday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
A bloody Tuesday.
Tuesday. In it.
Tuesday.
Because we just all flew in at like a variety of different times. Yesterday, Monday. I'm fucking tired, but I had a blast with LCS Spring Finals. Lots of different things happened. My team played. You casted both games. Shut your fucking
What's up
face.
for debate?
I'm gonna kick you in the
Oh,
mouth.
it would have been a debate if you said my team showed up.
Yeah, you had positive predictions and all that stuff. But this was also Ian's first LCS and esports event. Ian, how did you...
That was my very first one.
What, as a adult who probably has like a decade over most of the people in attendance...
At least, yeah.
What did you think of it?
Surprisingly good. I thought the product was really great. You guys did a fantastic job.
Hey, thanks, bro.
Those professional casters over there on the couch
That's why it's named this.
really crushed it. A lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
And like, definitely somehow a bigger production than I thought it was going to be. Like, really decked out. Like, that was like a college basketball, you know, NCAA tournament.
They go big for them.
Huge.
It was pretty good.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How was your guys' broadcast experience? Like, how was casting both games? Because I know that's not something that you've done before, have you?
It's very rare to have the same play-by-play caster do both days on a road show. I actually can't remember a time in modern League of Legends where it actually happened. So yeah, normally it's not something that goes down.
Yeah, no, that wasn't like an emergency substitution or something because someone, I don't know, fell off a tree or some crazy shit. But like,
Yeah.
I'm listening to your voice right now and I hear that it's like kind of in recovery mode. So how
Yeah.
you had a banger best of 5 on Saturday, just absolutely crazy back and forth, super close. No one knew who was going to take it. And then there were still 4 games, I think, on Sunday, the day after. So like,
Right.
were you straining? How were you? How was it?
No, I did pretty well. I was just like, the whole week beforehand, I told myself, I was like, you know how in an action movie or something, like a guy will sometimes do a montage of training, like, you know, punching the bag, doing sit-ups, push-ups, all that shit. So I did the opposite of that. I did a meditation montage where I told myself I'm not allowed to get pissed off at any stupid idiots or yell at anything or just generally have my anger manifest itself towards anything.
Is that why you weren't texting me last week?
I wasn't texting anyone. I wasn't reading emails. I wasn't looking at notifications. I didn't even pick up my phone unless I needed to order Taco Bell because I knew all it would take is one stupid idiot telling me something that was just a little bit too stupid and I would want to scream. So
How
I
the
was
hell
like,
you become friends with me then?
I was like, I just got to chill. I got to make sure that there's no extra stress on my throat. So I actually was trying to be very, very responsible the whole week leading up to it. Even when I got to Raleigh, I wasn't going out and doing anything like the nights, except for the final night. You know, after it's all done, you go to the after parties, you have fun. But the previous couple of nights, like at Caster's Couch, I had a couple of beers with you guys. Boom, left, back at the hotel, go to sleep.
Yeah.
After the first set, back at the hotel bar, couple of beers, cool, go up to the room, go to sleep. Like I was being very responsible and very much making sure that I could do both of those things. Because the way I look at it, if I'm the only person I have to disappoint, then I can be a piece of shit and try to push my limits and be like, okay, let's party hard and also do the thing. But the way that I looked at it, there was a great deal of faith put in me by everybody that was producing the show and being part of the show to do both days because it is something that is not normally done. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't let any of those people down. And so the Saturday series was definitely tougher because of the fact that the Malphite ult in game 4, like, that's an 11 out of 10 hype moment. Like that's actually
Yeah.
No, where I wanted to kill myself during it.
If that game doesn't have that absolute crescendo moment, I actually get through the whole weekend just fine. But it's the fact that happens at the end of game 4, then you don't get to have a break. You have to do the whole game 5, even though game 5 was pretty stompy.
Yeah.
Like you still have to keep pressuring yourself through the whole game 5. And then that night, I literally stole the honey from the venue, took it back to my hotel room, and I just sat in my hotel room watching shitty reruns of Forensic Files and other like cop investigation murder shows on my hotel TV, just sipping honey water. That's all I did.
I was actually really surprised that you went into the day too with your voice intact because after game 5, I was like, oh, he's fucked. I was definitely like, oh, he's fucking gone. What's going to happen tomorrow? And then you come back sounding like, hey guys, my name is Captain Flowers. So like, did he just get a fucking transplant surgery?
So, I mean, listen, I think we do. I'm sorry, but how does it feel for your play-by-play casting to get overshadowed by Inero casting that Malphite fight in game 4 on my co-stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dude, Drunk Inero popping off and yelling, they just punted his boy back to Zimbabwe and he had to get in there.
Amazing.
That was great. I love that. Are you kidding?
Eric fucking Richie. And he turns to me, he goes, get fucked, Ovilee. Fuck you, FlyQuest.
No, that was great.
I've never heard Inero do that shit in my fucking life.
I was not even remotely upset that they pulled that because I think that was the most honest reaction. Like you wanting to take a short jump off of a tall cliff, like Inero just
tried to hop over the seats behind
like Inero just losing his mind, can't believe that his team's actually going to make it to the finals. Like both of your reactions were so honest to what anybody who's a fan of either of your teams was feeling. I thought it was perfect, dude.
It was so good, and the best thing was that co-stream wasn't originally supposed to happen. There were people who were supposed to be co-streaming that Saturday, but they had to cancel last minute. So I got hit up. They're like, hey, do you want to co-stream? And I'm like, only if I can bring Inero.
Yeah.
I said that is my, like, listen, I'm not sneaky in Medios. I can't sit there for 5 games and pretend to tell you, like, I know what's going on. Like, I need someone with me that's going to be fun.
Somebody to bounce
It's going
off.
to be back and forth, right? Because it was boring. I had, like, Ian with me for the first part where he started talking about socialism.
Oh, I love that. Wait a minute.
Seize the means of productions, brothers.
There it is,
he tried
my
turning
man.
my chat into socialists or something like that.
Communist, but it's okay.
Communists?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. One of those things. But then, Inero came, sat down, and it was so back and forth. It was me going like, fuck you, Inero. And he's like, fuck you, Ovilee. With each game going back and forth, we had his sisters come on who were very wonderful and also very drunk.
Yes.
But it was just like an overall blast. And it felt like a really positive moment for like League of Legends and community and people who, you know, even though they love hearing Captain Flowers scream, sometimes they want to hear Nick and Aerosmith scream, I fucking love you, Eric Richie.
Really good.
So
Those are amazing moments.
it was a blast.
Like literally both. Not only was that casting moment incredible because I don't think I've ever seen. There are a few moments in life that in casting that like there's truly a fucking insane wombo combo that delivers. The whole Oriana Faker, you know, Oriana ulti finds them all.
Shockwave will find them all.
That was really good. But there's rarely anything that's just that in your face, fucking beautiful. That was it. And the casting hit it. I've known Nick for what, 9-10 years. I've never heard him have that much energy on that shit. That was insane. So great times.
That was so fun. And you walked away on Saturday with the only correct prediction.
3-2 Golden Guardians. That was fun. It was interesting because FlyQuest made that change for Winsome to come in. And I thought that was a positive change. I thought it made sense to make that change. I was worried because I was like, I think Golden Guardians are playing the best they've ever played all split long. And it was not even just the typical Gory and River playing well, and that's basically their only core that can play. And to be fair, we've seen Stixay and Huhi do well.
Big Dixay.
Exactly. But no, it was also fucking Licorice came in, and he was hulking out. Yeah. For the series, like for the past 2 series, he has just been playing well. They give him resources. They play. Their drafts are incredibly smart. So I was like, okay, Golden Guardians are a smart drafting team that can play through. At this moment, they can play through any lane, and it feels like the teams around them are kind of making egregious errors. Evil Geniuses, of course, with their drafts. 100 Thieves, technically with their draft, but it's more so like that they can't play anything else and don't trust their pieces to play anything else. And then FlyQuest were obviously having deep issues. So I was just like, okay, I think there are teams that are having problems right now. FlyQuest should have for sure wrapped that shit up in game 4. For sure should have wrapped that shit up. And my prediction should not have been right, guys. It should have been fucking sent into the ether. But a few things happened. Not only the Baron play that was smart from Golden Guardians, but then Prince definitely went yeehaw. I've been there in the past. You've seen my Corki with package. Like,
I hate you so much.
This man was playing Corki with, he was RAZ Corki with package.
Yeah.
That's what Prince was at that moment.
It was that mid lane play where I think it was it Gory on Tristana where he finds Prince after Prince overextends? And I'm
Gory
like,
got 1K gold bounty off that shit.
It was fucking heavy. And I saw that and I'm kind of going like, did you really need to like overextend or something? Because I think Prince got a kill before he was bopped.
On Stixay, yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, that didn't feel totally right. And then after seeing that dragon fight, my heart sank.
Yeah.
Inero was hype. And then as soon as we started game 5, it was like, holy shit, this isn't even a game. Like the boys are broken, the boys are destroyed. There's no way. That being said, like, I have zero fucking effect over the FlyQuest results. I have not. It wasn't like I went up to Nick Fan and I was like, yo, and Song like, yo, do the support swap or swap me in. Like, let's go crazy. So it was like a weird heartbreak where I'm like, there's nothing I could do, but also I love these boys and whatever. But the thing that I'm most heartbroken about for the results is that it means no MSI content for me and FlyQuest.
No Team Liquid, no FlyQuest.
Well, I can't go do a Liquid update if I'm with FlyQuest, right?
Forgot about that shit.
And if Liquid's dog shit.
Yeah, and Liquid's not even there. Forgot about that.
Asterisk, fine print. Oh, the Delphi.
About that. So I'm like, man, because I was like, London maybe would have been interesting to go to because that's where MSI is. And I'm not going to ask you to reveal if you're going to MSI because I know there's pageantry around that. And I guess that this isn't the most important podcast that you've ever been on. But yeah, so I was like a little bummed. I'm like, no London. But I think like overall MSI should be interesting and exciting though. Do we know who's going from LEC yet?
G2's going.
Fucking G2.
And I think we will still figure out with LEC because they're finishing their second stage.
They got more games, right?
They're still finishing their second stage, which will lead into their final bracket. I think they finished their second stage. They finished their second stage and they're going to their final bracket, which leads into their finals. Which I was wondering. No, Spring Split still doesn't have. It's still not in a venue. That's going to be in their studio. So yeah, we're going to figure out second team. Pretty sure. And it should just be BDS. I
like them. They've got those fun intros.
Oh yeah, they have amazing intros. They have like a great personality of the team. I'm rooting for Crowny. There's a lot going on for that squad that I love right now, but yeah. Oh yeah, also Vitality is going strong. So there's a lot of things going on for the. There's a lot of things happening right now.
Did we find out what was the LCK finals? It was T1 and who?
T1 Gen G. Oh
won?
Baby.
Gen G beat them.
Gen G. Fuck them. So T1s now they're just chokers. That's just what it comes down to.
So T1 is not going to MSI.
They are.
Because they're still top 2. Yes.
So yeah. So there's they're going with Gen G.
Okay.
So that's gonna be nice.
Damn.
Yeah. So MSI is gonna be a lot of fun. I know last Worlds that we had, I think generally people really loved it because the competition was a little bit higher. We had a lot of teams coming in. Like we had 4th seeds that were in play-ins, and so play-ins was generally interesting, I think. But now, good luck North America. Going up, I think versus LEC teams, that's gonna be fun. Versus fucking LPL and LCK teams, as per usual, that's gonna be rough. So I think we will see what happens there.
Well, I mean, the most exciting part is the format's different, right?
Yes.
Like, every previous year, MSI, its most prominent identity was shitty worlds.
Yes.
That's what MSI was. It's like, we can't give you worlds, but here's a shitty version of it. And now they're turning it into something that's entirely on its own, which is what I've been wishing they would do for a couple of years. Like, there's not a single best of 1 being played in all of MSI. The only thing is just best of 3s and best of 5s. And the fact that they're having 2 teams from each region, so then you don't have like because I'm sure if there was only 1 team from each region going, and T1 dominated Spring Split, they lose 1 best of 5 to Gen G at the end, and then the Gen G gets sent instead, you would have trucks being sent back and forth, just like a war of trucks. Just who can send more trucks at the other guys?
Door.
Yeah. Like we just start sending trucks at the trucks. They don't even go to the houses anymore. It's truck battle, right?
Like Transformers.
You have Autobots and Decepticons between Gen G and T1, like truck war. Luckily, we don't live in the truck timeline.
Thank God.
We live in the real timeline. So honestly, even if the tournament itself doesn't have that same level of like competitive fierceness that this last Worlds did with so many close series and whatever, it's still going to get a lot of attention. It's still going to be super exciting because Riot is finally switching up the international format into something that people are really interested in seeing. So, Thresh, what are you interested in seeing with your goofy hat?
Hello, Thresh.
Okay, so what people can they see
He's
him?
In the wide.
They can see him a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I know, baby. So Thresh just had some ear surgery. He had a subdural hematoma on his ear. So he just had surgery this morning and this afternoon. So he's got to wear his little helmet.
Yeah.
To make sure that his ear stitches are all okay. But
helmet, bro.
He's still a little wobbly from the anesthesia. So just if you're wondering, he's okay though. Oh.
All right, buddy. Godspeed.
Oh God,
Oh, he's
Thresh,
trying to do
no.
circles to go down.
Oh no, Thresh.
Dude, no.
No.
Okay, he's good.
Okay.
He's good.
He's like me in the airport.
Oh my gosh. So I want to get into the airport in a second, but when I picked him up
Yeah.
from the vet, I put him in the car and he's just kind of like, ooh. And even getting him into the car, his legs were like super wobbly, more wobbly than what you just saw.
Yeah.
So I get in the car and I am just sobbing, crying home because I'm like, my baby can't walk. And I was just so sad. And so I pull up and Ian is already here, like setting up the cameras and stuff because we had to break down some of the stuff before. And I walk in, I go, Ian, can you please bring him inside?
Ian's going through a lot of shit. I do not envy you, Ian.
Yeah.
Dude.
And so Ian walks out and I'm just like tears. And so Ian just goes like, huh, picks up Thresh and Thresh is just limp, right? Thresh is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And he's just like carrying him into the house and I'm like following behind him just like, my dog can't walk.
All right, so I'm not going to try to sound insensitive here.
Be
But like,
insensitive.
okay,
Do it.
I can't understand the bawling that he can't walk because he just got out of surgery. You know he's fine. Like if he got shot with an arrow and he's limping around, okay, I could understand like really being distraught about that. But he got out of surgery. He's stoned. He's just goofing off. What are you
But
What are you
it's
crying
like
for?
to see your baby in pain. He's in pain.
He's not in pain. That's what the anesthesia's for.
He's in outer space. He's not in pain. He's somewhere out in the Andromeda galaxy.
Yes.
So when
he's actually feeling better than he's ever felt in his life.
when I got
underground control.
when I got my nose like and all fixed and stuff, like it felt like I had just been fucking wailed on in the face and everything. And I was on pain meds, but I still felt the pain. And it was still the uncomfy and I couldn't breathe. And so now that's what he has to deal with. He can't scratch his ear. Maybe he can't hear. He also got his teeth cleaned, so maybe his teeth are a little sore.
Are you telling me that he got his teeth? Oh, Lord have mercy. He went to the dentist.
I did not take.
I'm
I
sorry.
did not
When's the
brush
last
my
time
teeth.
that you've been to the dentist, Flowers?
I don't go to the dentist. I brush my teeth twice a day.
Well, let's see the plaque buildup.
Boom.
I don't have plaque buildup because I brush my teeth.
So you're telling me that if I get a plaque pick and I get in there, you're gonna.
I
have
would
no
not
plaque?
let you anywhere near my mouth with a plaque.
Well,
pick.
guys,
What
if
kind of-
we
you're on more
hit-
drugs
That's
than the
amazing.
dog.
If we hit 1,000 Patreons,
There
our
you go.
first Patreon content is going to be me giving Flowers a dental
I'll tell
exam.
you right now, he does have plaque buildup, and that's all the plaques he's getting every award ceremony for his casting. Bang!
Boom, roasted.
Good job, Raz.
There we go. Got
Tell me about your flight, Flowers.
So anyway, that night we were hanging out. Because you were at the. There were two different parties. There were two different after parties this time. There was one for like influencers and like streamers and people who came, like pro players and
The
everything.
important people.
They had
Don't
like
say
the
that.
influencer party and then they had the crew party. I don't really like the idea of having two separate parties, but they wanted to do two separate parties. So the influencer one only went.
Can I jump in because I think I have an answer for that?
Okay.
So what I heard or experienced last time, I can't remember which after party it was, but it was at like the Chinese place. Remember they had like little Chinese takeout boxes? I just don't remember which finals that was. Was that spring or summer last
Could
year?
be Chicago.
Okay,
Probably
maybe it was
Chicago.
Chicago or something.
Yeah.
So there was one after
Definitely
party.
in Houston.
No, it was summer. It was summer because I had the conversation about EG. At that after party, there were your players, there were your VIP influencers, whatever you want to call them. There was also crew.
Yeah.
And what happened was they also invited like biz dev people. So I couldn't go like 10 feet without someone going like, hey, I'm from so-and-so headphone company. Like, let me talk to you about our product.
Yeah.
For like half an hour. And so I couldn't get out of conversations. And as soon as I left, there was another person who would come in and be all like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm so-and-so. We should do business. And I'm like, I'm fine with meeting people. I'm fine with having conversations and stuff. But when it's an event where you're just supposed to be like, let's get shit faced and have fun.
Yeah.
You can't do that when you are no longer comfortable with the people around you. And I spoke with a couple other people who had those similar experiences. So that's my guess as to why they were separated. That's my guess. But I love the crew. I love the crew for the production. That's what I didn't want separated.
The way that I handle those business guys, you just be like, hell yeah, bro, hit me up. Teamflowers at UnitedTalent.com. I'll answer that tomorrow. Right now, we're getting fucked up celebrating a good event.
Bang.
Like, just.
Exactly, yeah.
But anyway,
just not invite
so-
the biz
But
dev
sorry,
people.
yeah, that's
two
my
separate parties. The influencer one went till 1 a.m. That one was pretty fun. That was where they had that was where you guys were both at too. They had the mechanical bull there that a lot of people were riding. I still have memories of your birthday last year where we built the human pyramid and I blasted my arm and it didn't work for 3 months. So I'm like, I don't really feel like fucking with the mechanical bull. I'd rather keep my arm.
Fair.
Like,
one is safer than the other. The mechanical bull is safer than you standing on top of producer Perry and Ender.
no, it wasn't Ender. I wouldn't have trusted Ender with that. He's small.
Who was it?
Kobe.
It was Kobe?
Yes.
You trusted Kobe over Ender?
Ooh, that one's
Yes.
a debate. I would trust.
Neither.
Yeah, the answer. You're right, Ian. Trust neither. But
Maybe Ian?
No, yeah, I would have trusted Ian. We could have done 4-man pyramid. It would have been more of a square, but it would have been cool.
Ender would be more responsible, but definitely weaker.
So, yeah, that party was the first one that we went to. And also, if you happen to go to whatever place that was in Raleigh, North Carolina, and you play the zombie shooting arcade game, you'll have to take down the #1 score, which belongs to Cock. I happened to score it that night.
The number
Shout
one
out
cock.
they gave
Sports
us.
and Social.
Number one
Yep.
cock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was the name of it.
and
Yeah,
Social,
Sports
Raleigh,
and
North
Social.
Carolina.
We're number one in that arcade
He's the
cabinet
number
now,
one
boys.
cock in Raleigh.
I was rapid firing. And then afterwards, we came back to the hotel, and yeah,
Top
Rapid
cocks
fire
always
cock.
rapid fire.
rapid fire cock. But then we get back to the hotel, and the crew party went until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
So then I went and just hung out at the crew party with everybody, just, having some drinks, bullshitting a little bit, talking about the show. And so then 4 o'clock rolls around. They're like, okay, we're out of here now. And so I go back to my room. I get all my stuff. My flight back is at 6 a.m. So I'm like just ready to leave at 4:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I popped 2 of my gummies because I just didn't want to have any gummies left to have to take to the airport or anything. So everything's going fine. We're in the car, going to the airport. It's around about the time I need to take my shoes off. I get my gummy blink. For those of you guys who don't know what the gummy blink is, it's when you're eating a gummy and it hasn't affected you yet, but eventually there'll be just that one split moment in time where you blink your eyes and you open them and something just feels a little different. And I got that right about the time I took my second shoe off. And so I get through that part and I put my shoes back on and everything's kind of chilling. And I was there with like Kobe and Azale and I was like, I don't really know what's going on.
Perfect.
And then so we go
Perfect.
to sit in the gate where we're leaving from, and we're just sitting there. Jackie's with us too, and we're sitting there, and I'm talking to Kobe, and we're just being loud and stupid or something. One of the Delta attendants has to come over and be like, "Gentlemen, I'm gonna need you to keep it down a little bit here." It was like I was back in high school, getting chewed out for being loud and stupid with my
They don't
friends.
even say that shit for like the 10 crying, fucking yelling children that are just running around in circles. But apparently you're loud enough to get their attention.
And so then me and Kobe went over and just sat on the floor and laughed about dumb shit. And then Jackie looked at me. She was like, "Clayton, if you get all of us thrown off the plane, everyone's going to be very mad at you."
Oh, that does sound like her.
I was like, "Okay, I will chill."
Different Jackie, not Commissioner Jackie.
Not Commissioner Jackie, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that subject
Yeah.
here soon. But yeah, so then I was very much out past Saturn. I was having a good time. I got on a plane. I sat down. I was like, wait a second. What am I doing? Oh, well. I put my music on, and the next thing I know, I was in LA. I don't remember the flight at all. I don't remember the plane taking off. I don't remember the plane landing. The next thing I knew, I was in LA. It was...
Oh my god.
That's perfect.
I teleported.
Holy
This man
crap.
literally had his TP already.
That was yeah, bro. My teleport was off CD.
Unleashed teleport.
Yeah. I was unleashed. So that's
I didn't know they meant that when they added Unleashed TP.
so that was my flight back. Make sure you guys stay in school. And
Oh my god. I think Ian had gummies on the flight too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Bang.
No, he didn't. He ate chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate's great. Good
chocolate
stuff.
and candy.
Do you take gummies when you get on a plane too?
No, because I can sleep easily. I'm an easy
Yeah,
sleeper.
Raz is borderline narcoleptic. Raz
Yeah.
just falls asleep when
No
he's
matter what.
just doing random shit.
I'm trying. I literally bring books, entertainment. Like I will download shows or movies, bring them on the flight, just so I could, because I want to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want to read this book, or I want to play this game, or I want to watch this show. But then I'll just fucking sleep, and I'm fighting for my life to stay awake.
Yeah, dude, that's actually so smart. Because I also fall asleep easier if there's something else that I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like if I have a Riot email that says like, we need you to fill out this form, it's very important. Holy shit, dude, it's night time. I am about to pass out for 8 hours of the best sleep of my life.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing. But yeah, I could just fuck. So like, my problem is staying awake when I'm on flights. I try to stay awake. I promise I do. Because I
So
want.
that's a problem to have.
So that's a good problem. That's a superpower. So my flight experience this time around was different.
Oh?
What happened, Raz?
So let's start from the very beginning. After day one of finals, Flower's like, "Hey, do you want to get a drink?" I say, "Nope, I'm good. I'm just gonna sleep because I'm fucking lazy." I think I said me sleep, right?
Yeah.
I literally said me sleep. I'm gonna veg out because I'm just tired. So I wake up. I mean, we go through the entire second day. And Flowers is like, "You fucking said."
Because he said, me sleep, I'm fucking tired. I said, well, you're coming out to the after party with us tomorrow, right? And he was like, hell yeah, multiple E's, multiple L's, I'll be there. And so...
And I tried to
was there.
wiggle my way out.
Oh, he did. He tried to weasel it.
I was the biggest pussy of a lifetime.
You didn't want to come to the after party?
I didn't want to come. Every after party, I feel like I'm a homebody every single time. I'm like, ooh, I would rather just be in my hotel bed and like on my PC or sleeping or something, right? I'd rather not be. But then when I get to the after party, I have a fucking great time. Right.
Yeah.
Just generally, this happens every time. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to go and socialize, but when I'm there, it's amazing. So I try to
stuff I've invited you to in the past too,
Yeah.
like the Sonic 2 movie premiere.
Exactly.
Or the
streamer
streamer
fucking
awards.
awards.
You
Jesus Christ. I was sick that time.
Yeah, he had a good excuse.
I was
for
sick
that
that time. So that one actually
Fine.
had a legitimate excuse.
I mean, hey, plus it's a good thing you were home, because if you were away, otherwise, your house might have burned down.
My
or
house
something.
might have burned down.
You were
Good
so
thing you were
alert.
there to stop it.
Watch previous episode of Caster's
That's
Couch too
incredible.
for context.
So I go to the after party. The one concern that I have is my flight is at 8 a.m.
Mm.
I have an 8 a.m. flight. And I always tell myself this. I don't know why I fucking book early morning flights if I know I'm going to go to the after parties. But I'm always in my mentality when I get these flights, I'm like, I just want to get the hell out of here and go back home and be in my bed and all that stuff. So I go through the after party, get back. It's 2 a.m. Now my challenge is, do I get a little bit of sleep or do I stay up?
Oh, yeah.
It's one or the other. So I commit to, fuck it, I'm just going to stay up. So I'm like chatting with my friends on Discord. They peace out because they go to sleep. Okay, fuck. It's like 3 or 4 a.m. now. I'm just going to have to find a way to stay awake. So I'm just like watching a show or doing something. And then my drowsiness takes over.
Oh, no.
I sleep.
Did you sleep through your flight?
I woke up at 7:30 a.m.
Your flight was at 8?
I fucking missed it! I fucking missed my flight!
So you're supposed to be on our flight.
I think so.
If you would have just come to the second after party with me,
Right.
you could have partied till 4 a.m.
I could have fucking done it,
Could have
actually.
kept your ass up.
Yeah. Literally, I could have done anything, and I would have been awake. And
You
I
could
just
have told
fucking
me,
died.
and I would have woken you up.
I had my alarm. I guess in my drowsy state, I had my alarm going. But as you would expect, stop. I kept pressing the button to stop with my alarms and intermittently waking up and going to sleep. So I'm like, I fucking missed this flight. So I'm just packing. I'm getting in contact with American Airlines, and I'm like going through customer service, and they're like, oh yeah, we got a flight at 11 a.m. 1 second, let me deal with the costs. And usually, if I'm with Delta or something, they'll like squeeze me into the next flight sometimes, and I won't pay a shit, right? This one, it's like, oh yeah, you want this flight? Big boy? $450, bitch.
$450.
$450. You want to get out of North Carolina? I'm like, I'll pay anything to get out of North Carolina.
Caster's Couch does not share this opinion of Raleigh, North Carolina. It was very hospitable.
I'll sell my firstborn to get out of North Carolina. So like
You were ready to go.
I was like, fine. So negative 450 RAZ, but but the positive, I guess. So it was gonna be a sandwich of positivity and negativity.
Okay.
The positivity is like, while I'm waiting in the foyer, I meet an old friend of mine that worked as who's like the owner of the tech audio company for the LPL. When I was in China, I had a lot of conversations with him. We hung out a lot of times. So I was really close to him because he was working with the LPL as the audio team for their multiple venues. And now he lives in North America. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But his business is still there, but he now works here. I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. And so we just started trading stories and talking about life. Got a little too political, as you'd expect. I filled him in on the politics.
We're not going to talk about it here on
That's
youtube.com/CastersCast.
Yeah,
We
may
don't
not
need
want
to
to
hear
talk
it.
about Chinese politics here on Casters Cast.
Don't come
Nope.
after us.
Nope.
So we're not gonna do that. But we had a great conversation. We met back. It was great. Like just checking in with each other and seeing what his team was doing and seeing what my team was doing. Finally, when we get in the Uber ride and we're heading over, one of the audio people from Riot that I know, and I think you know, comes out and be like, "Hey, do you have Ovilee's number? Can you contact her? Her driver is here."
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So yeah, no, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because I landed, I was on the same flight as Jat and
Oh yeah, I was definitely supposed to be on your flight.
Yeah, a couple other people.
Yeah.
And as soon as I land, I open up my phone and I have like a couple messages from Sneaky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do I have messages from Sneaky? And basically he's in like the influencer Discord channel or whatever, tagging me saying like, hey, Ovilee, the car is here for you. Like, where are you? Like, we're waiting for you.
Oh.
And I'm kind of like, oh, I feel bad. But what me and Ian did was we rented a car because we were transporting all of our big equipment back and forth for Casters Couch Live.
Yeah.
And the two casters for
And,
Casters Couch.
True.
and the two casters,
True.
you two. So
Amazing.
I'm like, wait, I already told the manager this, so I don't understand why they think that I'm taking the shuttle back.
Yeah.
And then I look at the timestamp. The driver was trying to pick me up 3 hours after my flight had already taken off.
That's amazing.
What?
So I'm like, I'm just like, wait, this doesn't even make sense. So I write back in the thing, I'm like, hey, when you messaged me, I was already on my flight in the air, like an hour or two in or something.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's not on me.
Yeah.
That's
great.
not on me, because you messaged me too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm getting messages for this when I'm already in the fucking air.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's.
Halfway.
Did you ever find out what happened?
No, I have no idea what happened.
Just
but
somebody
I
fucked up and.
Yeah,
I guess
probably.
I sent a message to Sneaky. I was like, hey, I'm sorry that you had to wait for me, but I was already in the air.
Yeah.
And it was the same flight that was booked like
Yeah.
a month earlier.
Yeah. So it was just, I
Well,
don't know. Weird.
That's weird.
So I got on my flight. You know how I usually have crying children or something around me the last
yeah, you
time?
have bad luck.
Yeah, usually. Like going to Raleigh, I had a kid that was vaping, and I just went into gas warfare with him as I was farting right next to him as retaliation, basically.
You can hear more details about this in our live episode, the previous one on
true.
Casters Couch.
True. And then on my flight back to LA, I just had like 2 kids in front of me, and they were not doing anything too destructive except for Cheerios fucking everywhere.
Wait, what?
How old were these kids?
They were fucking 5 and below. So like they were just Cheerios everywhere, and they were dropping things on my bag, because you know how you store your bag underneath the chair.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that there was space for you to drop shit. But boy, they were dropping everything. They were dropping like their huge like flask, I guess. That's basically
What
like
kind of 5-year-old child owns a
I
flask?
was about to
Hydro
say
flask.
that's I was like that's fucking
Oh.
And I
yeah. A flask of alcoholic flask.
That's the only one I know.
Their whiskey.
A real
Yeah,
flask.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait a second. The parents just give these children a handful of Cheerios and a fucking pull of whiskey and say, all right, kids,
Yeah.
have fun.
That would probably be a smart decision. They'd do that back in the 20s. Get their kids to sleep.
This will get the ghosts out of your blood.
Yeah. So they were dropping one kid dropped their Hydro flask. They dropped, what was it? A baseball that the kid rejected as if it wasn't hers. And I was like, the fuck? This definitely came from you. And so it was the boy right next to her, but she didn't take ownership of it. And there was another thing that they dropped. It was just a lot. And then the Cheerios were everywhere. I was like, all right, these kids were just messy. I'm not too mad about it because it's not as if it was liquid mess.
Yeah.
Then I would be mad.
Yeah.
But it was just them, fucking around. But I enjoyed it. I was trying to stay awake playing a game or something, and I could not. And I was sleeping the entire time.
So my trip back was a space journey.
Yeah.
Yours was a quest through a minefield of random small objects deployed by children. And yours was a plot hole that somehow Riot didn't know where you were, how you were, or when you were.
Yes.
I guess.
We all had interesting flights back then.
But we're all here safe and sound. And isn't that the important part?
I made it.
Yay.
Wholesome.
I did it.
Speaking of live episode of Caster's Couch, for any of you who don't freaking know, we did a live episode of Caster's Couch.
Woo!
That's the reason why we didn't have a Wednesday upload, because we knew that this was going to be live on Friday anyways. Interested to hear what you two thought about it. I'll go first, though. Holy fuck, I forgot what it's like putting on like a live event and being more than just talent. Like, talent, you show up, you do your thing, and you leave. But this was a combined effort of me, producer Perry, and then producer Ian on the day of finding a venue, working out tickets, trying to figure out like decor. Okay, now we have FlyQuest budget. Shout out, by the way, to FlyQuest.
Shout out FlyQuest.
Sponsoring that event,
The
making
goats.
everything
You
happen.
guys might have lost, but you're still the boss.
Hey, we'll
You
take
guys
it.
are always
absolutely
winners
are.
in my heart.
And honestly, I feel like even though the results weren't there for the team, I felt like for FlyQuest, with all the content that they were able to do and that I was able to do with them, I felt like it was a win for the brand.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah. But I'll jump. Oh, go ahead.
I'll just make quick thing, like, because not a lot of people talk about this, but like, yes, FlyQuest, I think this entire split, huge win. Even though everyone will always focus on the competitive side of it, their brand has been amazing off of it. I think obviously like the videos you have done with them, like the fucking Chainsaw Man
Prince
shit
and
was great.
Vikla.
Yeah. And the walkout that you guys had versus 100 Thieves, there was always like an element of like personality that was shown with the players. The learning English, where you were just not the best influence.
What?
So like, I felt like a lot of that was positive. And then using the players' personality on Twitter and social media to get that out there and just build brands was incredible. I like that shit.
Thanks.
Also, I like the idea of send us your trash and we'll give you 50% off.
Oh my God.
I think they shouldn't have done that, by the way. Not you guys, but I think if I have an OG jersey of like TSM and shit like that, I'm sorry. I'm not giving that away.
I
love OG shit.
I have stories about that.
Okay.
Let's get through Caster's Couch, but
Okay.
then I'm definitely going to tell you about
Sounds
that
good.
because there were so many different trips. But yeah, so just all the organizational stuff and then live event producing on the day. Like it's hell.
Yeah.
It's hell. And then especially when you're also producing and then have to be talent. What happened on the day? And this is not either of their faults. I do not fault them for this. But you two, I think I had requested, I'm like, hey, if you guys could be here at 6 p.m. because the show starts at 7, that would be fantastic. It would really mean a lot to me just for safe, peace of mind.
I forgot about this.
And so I hear from
and
you
mic
two.
checks and
mic
stuff
checks,
like that.
text
Yeah.
checks,
There's
everything.
stuff
And
you
so
have
I
to
hear
do.
from you two where one of you are like, oh, well, our rehearsal starts at 4. And I'm like, okay, it's just audio stuff. I don't know if they're doing like a full run of show, but surely it can't take more than 2 hours. 5 o'clock comes by, I check in. It's like, nah, we're still doing rehearsal. I'm like, okay. 5:30 comes in. I don't know what's happening. 5:45 comes in. I'm like, 6 o'clock. I'm like, okay, you guys are coming over soon, right? Because like, if you guys leave right now, you still have plenty of time to get here. And I think I get a message from you where it's like, nah, I don't know. They're not letting us go yet. And I'm like, and I'm about to like fucking piss my pants. And I'm scared and terrified that Caster's Couch Live was going to start up and it was just going to be me out there.
Maybe we should have let this happen.
Live?
Yeah,
Live,
just
we should've let
Ovilee
this
Live.
happen.
So producer brain kicked in where I looked at Ian. I was like, threw him the car keys. I'm like, Ian, can you please go hunt these guys down? Because Ubers were difficult to get in North Carolina. So I was like, can you please go hunt these guys down so that as soon as they're done, you throw them in the car, you race them over, and you speed them over. And I think you guys ended up getting out at like 6:20 p.m. I want to say 6:30.
Well, RAZ, like I felt bad. I was actually getting pissed because RAZ got out like 10 minutes before me, and I was sitting there for what felt like 10 minutes waiting to do like what I think is a very, very like simple audio check.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and honestly, I understand that there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. Like things take a long time to fix. Everything fucking breaks. But just the reality of I'm standing here waiting to literally just hear a noise through my headset and say, yes, I hear the noise. And then I can fucking leave. And I'm just sitting here, dick in hand, staring up at the ceiling like a turkey in the fucking rain.
Can you hear it now?
Like just waiting, please somebody play the fucking noise. Because I'm trying to get the rehearsal done correctly. I'm trying to get Caster's Couch done correctly. I'm like, I've got to do 2 back-to-back series this weekend. I'm stressed as fuck, and I can't go out and party or drink tonight to deal with that. So I was like, I was very much not in my little mental zen garden, bro.
I love how, like, going into this event, he's trying to be in complete zen mode and not be pissed off. And he goes through this experience. He's like, I'm being tested like I've never been tested before.
But everything worked out. You guys got there, I think, like 10 minutes to spare.
Ian the GOAT, by the way.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, 10 minutes to spare. We were good to go, and we had the show. We had a great turnout. Shout out to anyone who came out.
I loved everybody.
Supported. They were
Thanks to
great.
the fans who made it out.
The fans were incredible.
There was such a sweet girl named Emily there. She was such a sweetheart. There was also Gio and his, I want to say, girlfriend who made those really cute signs.
Oh,
yeah, the
They
signs.
drove in.
The drawings of us. Those
They
were
drove
cool.
from New Jersey, by
From
the
New
way.
Yes.
Jersey.
10 hours.
There was also someone who drove all the way up from Florida that I ended up meeting. Crazy. But yeah, so many really sweet fans. That was awesome to meet. And then the event was just like a blast. So I really enjoyed it. But what did you guys think about it?
I mean, I always love the road shows, especially with the current state of LCS. And I mean, like, I'm not afraid to say that, like, having the shows on Thursday and Friday afternoon, like, most of the time is not fun because you don't get to interact with a lot of people. Like, it's not the same tier as, like, those awful dog shit horrible remote shows at 3:00 in the morning. I will dog those until the day I die. Fuck those shows. But the Thursday and Friday afternoons, you just don't have the same like feeling. There's not the same spirit in the room of just like having a whole bunch of people that are super excited to be there. Like it's just not the same. So being able to go to the road shows, it feels like you're sort of stepping into a time machine back to 2017, 2018, back when the studio was packed every week, back when every thread about the LCS wasn't just people bitching and moaning and complaining, right? Like it feels like you get to, at least for a weekend, just go back to a time when everybody's just excited to be there and be a part of it.
I was just talking about Caster's Couch.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the whole weekend. Well, I don't know. I guess this shit was fine.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying. I fucking was right there with you on that one. I thought you were talking about the entire experience.
I said Caster's Couch Live was really awesome.
You said
for me. I
that
was
6
happy.
minutes and 4 tangents
Now, how do
ago.
you feel about? And I said, so what did you think about the event?
About the event?
Yeah.
That was your statement.
That was the event.
Anybody?
Fuck the finals. Fuck
No,
the
bro.
semifinals. It was all about Caster's Couch Live.
You're
Honestly,
talking about the event. You
the
got
LCS,
your
LCS
The
finals.
event, and you thought Caster's Couch was gonna be
Your
anywhere
predicate is
near
too far
the
away from
event.
your subject.
No, LCS finals wishes that they could be Caster's Couch Live.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what did you think about Caster's Couch Live?
I mean, it was cool.
Jesus. Okay.
I'll tell you. Look, I enjoyed it. There was an element of shitting in your pants. That was a strong point of the conversation that I basically outed myself as a pants shitter.
Yeah, I shit my pants.
Yeah, we shit our pants.
Can we
Ian,
not
did you
do
shit your
this
pants?
again? Can we just like pass on this?
We get it. Flowers,
Anyways.
Flowers doesn't.
But the
crap
event
his
was fun
pants.
for the same reason. I think I didn't expect how packed it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
I've
had a good
always
turnout.
loved like smaller packed events where you can just basically hear everybody. It reminded me of not the first concert. The first concert I went to was the fucking Taylor Swift concert in this huge ass stadium. I didn't like that.
Bitch, you saw T-Swizzle?
T-Swizzle?
I love Twist. I love Taylor
That's
Swift.
deep RAZ lore.
Yeah, I love
That
Taylor.
That is
What was
like-
RAZ's first concert?
Taylor Swift.
That was it was because lore behind that one is my friends were graduating university and I was like maybe 2 years off, but it's like, oh, this is our last time that we're gonna like get together and all that, and they are already going to a Taylor Swift concert. I was like, hey, I know Love Story, so I fucking went with them, and it was a great event. But I was surrounded by tweeners, white tweeners.
That was implied.
Yeah,
there's
we knew that already.
It's
a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, exactly. And the opening show was
it's like
Shawn
saying
Mendes.
my four-legged dog. Yeah.
The opener was Shawn Mendes, and I don't think he was popular at the time. So I was like, that was really cool. So the second one that I was referring to was actually a small Lupe Fiasco concert. It was like something blues.
Ooh, House of Blues.
House of Blues.
Yeah.
And that was insane because like you were, shoulder to shoulder with people, and it was fucking exciting. And that's what it felt like. Obviously, they had the clear house in the area that we were in, but like I just love that you can look into the crowd and everyone was fucking excited and wanted to be a part of it. I enjoyed that aspect, especially when I threw your ass out there and be like, she's paying for everybody.
And here's the thing. I was like, oh, what? Big shocked expression like, oh, RAZ.
Yeah.
And then I said, nah, fuck it. Beer's on me.
Yeah.
No one took me up on that.
What? Really?
No. Like
Really?
I got my bar tab at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And I bought Ian a couple drinks. I bought Flowers a couple drinks. I bought.
Yeah, you got me
I
those
think
2
I got,
beers.
yeah, you whatever sodas or stuff.
I think I remember,
that you were ordering because I was just saying anyone in this crew put it on my tab.
I do got a soda on that one, yeah.
Yeah. My bar tab ended up being like $50.
Missed opportunity, guys.
Yeah, I was like,
Y'all dropped the
why
ball.
didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm like, hello.
The Ovilee
Take it
Mansion. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You could have had a little bit of it.
The bar staff was really sweet though. I really loved them. They were we had to clear out early because they were having a Haitian event.
It was just Islands night, but yeah, the DJ was Haitian and the owner was Haitian too.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they had like Haitian food outside or something is what that's what the food truck was.
I
that I
would
don't
love
think a lot
that.
of people took advantage
No,
of.
I didn't even see a food
it
truck.
was raining.
It was
unfortunately.
heavily
Yeah,
raining.
the rain sucked. Like
Yeah.
that was something that I can't remember who I heard it from. It was one of the production people behind the scenes. But one of the reasons why the turnout on Saturday wasn't as good as they were hoping for is because historically the stats that they have for any event, like sporting event, whatever that happens in that venue, is on any given day that it rains, 10% of tickets sold will not appear as butts in seats.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
1 out of 10 people who buys a ticket, if it's raining, they'll just be like, well, wasted that money and
Well.
stay home.
I'm not leaving.
Weird.
Yeah. Apparently that is like a historic stat thing for that place. So
fair.
because the weather was so shit on the first day, and also because FlyQuest and Golden Guardians don't have the same like brand power as Cloud9 does, like that explained like the big difference in the
Interesting.
audience size.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to talk about though. FanFest was inside on Saturday because
Yep.
of the rain, which I thought was the right decision.
Absolutely.
They scared the crap out of me and all of the other teams that were going to be boothing there because they're like, oh, well, we're going to make the call if we want to have it inside or outside at 7 a.m. the next morning. And I'm like,
what? How are you supposed to plan around that?
exactly.
This troll.
No, exactly. So I'm like, no, thank you. I will be inside or I will be not there. If it was, because they're like, oh, it might just be a drizzle. And I said, I don't care. I'm from California. If it's a fucking drizzle, I'm not going out. I will be one of those 10%ers where I'm just like,
I was going to say,
It's
trust me, 10%
raining.
of the people
Yeah,
at
it
least
is.
agree with you.
yeah, it's raining.
No one wants to deal with the drizzle.
So the FlyQuest Clean Up the League campaign. I had a lot of people hit me up. They're like, Ovilee, great idea. I'm like, that was not me. That was not me. That is 100% props to our marketing team who came up with that idea before I think I had even signed any paperwork with FlyQuest.
That's awesome.
So the idea behind the Clean Up the League campaign, if you didn't hear about it, was that FlyQuest, the wholesome and environmentally conscious org that they are, would take your old LCS jerseys from, your unwanted orgs, take those and then give you a free jersey or a heavily discounted jersey, depending on how many we had already given away for free.
Yeah.
It was a huge success.
Yeah, big hit.
It was huge on socials. It was huge on, just positive fan sentiment on Reddit, YouTube, Twitter. And then I don't have the exact numbers, but I think the rough trade-in amount was 50 jerseys. We got over 50 people who traded in their old jerseys for FlyQuest jerseys.
That's crazy.
That's pretty legit.
A lot of them were TSM.
Oh my god.
A lot of them were TSM. And there was even this moment where like I'll skip that part, but like there was this moment where we were all outside for Sunday's Fan Fest, and on the top of the barrel was Haunser jersey. I was just like, oh my god, it's TSM Haunser jersey. And I look up and Haunser is doing photos at the TSM booth right next door. So me being the fucking asshole that I am, I wheel the barrel over and I go, Haunser.
Oh my fucking god.
That's trolling.
You bastard.
I know.
You bastard.
He got a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
He got a good laugh. I got a good laugh out of it.
I mean, I guess there's recent TSM Haunter jerseys.
Yeah, I mean,
He's the new top laner anyway, so.
The thing that I think is also important is like, I feel like you take as many shots as you want. You could take as many shots as you want, but you have to be okay with people taking shots back at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, I knew very fucking well that me doing any of like these joking things would of course amount to like, well, let's see if FlyQuest wins. Oh, FlyQuest lost. Sucks to be you. And I'm like, I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
It do be like that sometimes, but I thought it was great. Ian was walking around on Saturday with me with the bucket.
Yes, I was.
And he made some very interesting observations about esports fans. Do you want to share those observations?
I would prefer not to.
Okay, he's not gonna. He's not gonna talk about the esports.
Well,
does it have anything to do
It was
with
an interesting
BO?
crowd. It was an interesting crowd. I don't go to a ton of events like that, so it was just very interesting to see a lot of people in person.
I was about to say, speaking of interesting observations, I don't think I told you what Raz's response was when he observed the fact that I no longer have a beard. He literally, we were in the green room. I was just randomly talking to people about something. Raz is on his computer. I don't know what he's looking at, whether it's 50-50, it's LOL event VODs or WikiFeet. And he just turns around.
We know which one it was.
I'm blatantly lying. I'm blatantly lying for a punchline.
Okay.
Raz is at least more respectable than that.
There it is.
But
Appreciate you.
you're not more respectable than what I'm about to say, because the next part is true. He just looks up, because I asked him, I'm like, hey, Raz, what's the something on this game? Yeah. And he turns around and he just goes, what the fuck happened to your face? and like Azale saw it earlier, he was like, oh, hey man, nice. He was like, I like the shave look, looking clean. Kobe was confused. He didn't recognize me at first. He told me that he took 15 seconds before approaching me because he thought I was a different person.
And like a Flowers impersonator.
Everybody else was mostly very like neutral or just observant.
I didn't know until your mom told me.
You literally didn't even notice when you saw me and made me take Caster's Couch stickers because it was more important that I get the stickers.
And what happened to those stickers, Flowers?
They're still in my jacket pocket.
He forgot them.
No, I didn't. You gave them to me. I put them in my pocket, and then I switched to my show jacket. That's what happens when you work the show.
You forgot them?
I gave him stickers to pass out if he saw fans before the game started.
We weren't at a Caster's Couch event.
That's not the point. But go ahead. Continue your story.
Maybe he just loved them
anyway,
so much that he wanted
I'm
to keep
just
them.
dogging on Raz for giving me the alarm.
Anyone that came into the room, to the green room, was like, did you see Flowers' face? I literally was like, what happened to his face? Yo, everyone that was just walking into the room, like, look at Flowers' face. It looks like he just went back 10 years. And he just looks like he's 17. Like, he has to be carded. Like, he just guarantees has to be carded no matter where he's going.
I actually did see about, like, when I had the beard, I saw about probably 75-80% drop in the amount of times that I would get carded.
Exactly.
Most people would just look at me and be like, okay.
Yep.
But when I don't have the beard, you get carded every single time.
It was insane.
Like,
so yeah, that's.
Hey, I take it as a compliment. I'm aging gracefully.
Yeah, you should.
It is true.
Hold on to it for as long as you can.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, you look like you went back 10 years. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
I'll take that.
Yeah, nice.
This is a perfect through line to your Taylor Swift because I'm 32 right now. What's 32 minus 10? I don't know about you. I'm looking 22.
22.
That's amazing. That's true.
Quick maths.
Quick math. Just as we come to the let's say final topic here, and the final topic is a interesting one. It dropped 30 minutes before I think we started to do this podcast.
Yeah.
LCS Commissioner Jackie, new commissioner who's only been around for, let's say, a year and a half, but I guess more officially her term started with the beginning of 2023, has announced that she is stepping down and resigning so that she can take care of her health problems, which people who are LCS fans are familiar with because she did something similar around November, December of last year. Big news to be dropped right after spring split. This is, her first official split that she was championing.
Yeah.
And, I think that it's a huge bummer. I think that when she came into the league, she came in with a new and different perspective. She spoke with a lot of different individuals. She spoke with me at lengths to hear about how they could make the LCS more fun, how they can make the LCS more accessible, how they can make the LCS just feel new and innovative compared to the past 10 years that the LCS has essentially been doing. So, it sounds like me and a couple other people from the community are definitely very bummed about that, but it also means who the fuck is going to be the commissioner now? Have we had a secret interim commish that's been hanging around in the depths? Do we have someone who's like, I don't know, just going to jump in, be promoted from within? But what's your thoughts on hearing that Commish Jackie is on the out?
Well, I know that I have no doubt as to the sincerity of her passion for LCS and the fans and everything.
Absolutely.
Like, that's one thing that I did enjoy about all my interactions with her is she did seem very, very authentic, very genuine in the way that she talked about, oh, I want to make this better, or, oh, I think we could do something fun here, something like that. She always spoke what felt to me very from the heart for those things. Unfortunately, I think more than anything, she ended up becoming a victim of timing and circumstance because of the fact that you mentioned the thing previously in November where she needed to take a health break.
Yeah.
For those of you guys out there who are putting the timelines together, that's also around the same time that the changes for the LCS broadcast days were announced.
She announced that she was taking a step back, I think the same day or the day after the time changes were announced.
I thought it was slightly before.
It was
but
before.
I
It was
could be
before?
wrong. Yeah, I actually believe it was the week
It was
preceding.
before.
Okay. Then I'm
But
wrong.
I could be totally wrong. Anyway, that detail doesn't matter. What matters is she was like, this was part of her big thing. Like you were talking about, spring was kind of the first split that she was really in charge. And a big part of it was that. Now, you guys also know, as people who've been watching the LCS for the longest time, the Thursday-Friday change, the only other change in the history of the LCS that could be considered as big as that was best of ones to best of threes and back, right? Like, that's the only other change that could possibly have as much impact as this one did.
Yeah.
And we had no comms. We had no articles. We had no videos. We did not do shit. I have been very vocal about my disappointment with the communication around
Absolutely.
everything involving that day change. And I know that was never Commissioner Jackie's intention. She never was like, oh, I'm just going to announce this and then go dark and hope it blows over. It was a thing where she had a serious health problem come up. And I know that the initial plan was to have her not only be the spearhead, but be the public face of the whole thing. Like I know she wanted to go on like the LCS Discord. She wanted to go on Reddit. She wanted to go on Twitter. I think she was wanting to go on Travis Gafford's stuff to just do like an interview with him about it and everything. She had a plan for it. But then when the circumstances ended up leaving her in a spot where she wasn't able to do that, and then there was no backup plan, all of a sudden it feels like we've got a ship with no captain. Where the hell is this going? What are we doing here? So I hope for her sake she's able to like figure out what's going on with all her health stuff. I hope she can get all that figured out. And I wish nothing but the best for her, even though like if people look back at spring, they're going to remember sort of how the time change was all sort of all over the place. The communication was bad. I don't think those things fall solely at her feet. I think there were a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of things that shoulda, coulda, woulda been done differently. Yeah. The timing was the most unfortunate part about it, but I really do wish her the best, and I think that she is very passionate about the things that she works in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for her in two waves. The first wave is whenever like everyone has had career changes, everyone has moved into a different like company or something, right? And you want to be able to instill what your vision is and then be able to adapt with that vision. She came in and did a whole like fact-finding mission, of course, talking to you, talking to the broadcast team, talking to basically everybody, even went to socials to figure out what the fans wanted to hear, right? And then made her adjustments to the broadcast or like tried to instill her vision, which is like a big change. And then, of course, you hate to have those health issues come up, so you can't follow through with it, or can't like you can't track it and you can't make tweaks to it, basically. So it's like, then basically that sucks for you, because it's like, oh, if I followed through, if I was able to, healthy enough and able to kind of follow through this passion, this vision that I was spearheading or a part of, you know, then it could have, everyone's like, fuck, it could have been so much better, or fuck, like the communication that was like could have been so much better. It could have been different. It could have been this. It could have been that. Like, you're just gonna run through all of these scenarios in which you feel like things would have been as ideal or by the books, by your plans, if you know this didn't happen. So you're right. The timing really sucked, and I really feel bad for her, because not being able to follow through that vision and when you make those big adjustments, there are inevitably like going to be tweaks that you want to make. But basically not being able to follow through because your health is not going to be there with you. That fucking sucks, and I really feel bad for her on that part. And of course, naturally feel bad because you're even having these health issues, as extreme as they are. So, and I had the same kind of take on her. The conversations I had, she was very genuine. She was very, you know, matter of factly. She didn't like pussyfoot around the conversation. She went straight forward and like asked for direct feedback. And gave you her direct, honest opinions. And that's exactly what I wanted. And she was that person.
Dude, my first like one-on-one talks with her, there were a couple of her questions that she asked me. I straight up told her I will not answer that question because I think it's a trap. I was just honest. I was like, since you're telling me that you're speaking honestly, I'm going to speak honestly with you. 99 out of 100 people, if they ask me that question, it is a trap, and I am not going to answer it. Respectfully. Like, and I'm not trying to paint her as somebody who's trying to be like deceitful or mischievous, but what I'm saying is that she would just straight up ask you like, is this part of the show bad? And
it's a trap.
Yeah. And so like those sorts of questions, when asked in certain corporate environments, are meant to get you to say something that they can use against you later. Right? Like, that's, for those of you guys who have never worked in corporate stuff, that's how some of it works. So I was just like, I don't believe that she was like that. I believe that she was honestly just trying to come in there and be like, look, I don't know all the stuff about the LCS that all you guys know, so I'm just going to ask you, is this part bad? Is this part good? Like, questions like, if you had to remove one of these 3 elements of the show, what would you get rid of? Like, really hard-hitting questions. But no, that's just like she was very direct with the way that she wanted to go about all that.
Yeah, and I'm generally a skeptical person when it comes to like changes or anything like that, right? I'm more of a fan of like incremental changes. Like, if you think that one thing is bad, okay, let's start working on that then. Like, because fan sentiment will generally be slow to follow the changes that you make. But the way she was passionate about the positions that she had, the way that she would take feedback and follow up with it and all these things, she was incredible at that. And she would definitely be an amazing communicator. So feels bad for her. I think I wish her the best in wherever she ends up going. Of course, the most crucial part of the information that she put out in her post was that like she is not right now looking for a new job. She's just focusing on her health. So that is the most important part, because usually people will pick apart that and be like, oh, she's leaving because of this or that or that. It's like there's no speculation.
Just leaving to go join XYZ.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whatever.
No speculation there. She's definitely just focusing on her health.
Yeah. I think like the other interesting thing is before Greeley has just been the commissioner, had been the commissioner for just like the entire time, right?
He had at least been the commissioner the entire time I was there.
Same.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can't think of anyone who was before Greeley. But even after Greeley, when I heard that she was coming in as the new commission spot, it was like, oh, okay. I don't really know what a commissioner does until, you know, I'd spoken with her. Who the fuck is coming next? Can you even like think of someone that you would put in place to be a commissioner? Because like I honestly can't. I'm like, oh, let me go through my little esports handbook. I can't think of anyone who would be qualified or passionate enough to jump in there.
Well, let me tell you who could be the next commissioner of the LCS.
Si se puede, brother. Let's do it. Let's get him out of retirement.
There it is. I think the point you're making is a very important one.
You gotta do the thumb point for Barack.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a very important one, and we've got to ask this for the kids of the future.
You're telling me that you think Obama's gonna come in and save the LCS?
Obama will make the LCS great again.
Well,
So
AI generated Obama voice.
Oh my!
oh,
so who I want?
Now listen.
I had to get out my phone to make sure that I got
Okay.
his full name correct.
All right.
So I think we get Terry Crews,
Hell yeah.
but only if the entire time he stays in character as Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Camacho
Hell yeah.
from Idiocracy. I want that's what I want. No more of this. No more of
Brondo.
this like pseudo professionalism stuff. I want super soakers filled with Brondo. It's got what plants crave. I want fireworks, tanks, like professional wrestling in the middle to decide side selection. I want it all.
Ooh, this is good.
see, I was gonna say something like, let's bring Nick Allen back from Ludwig's company and have him be the commissioner. But now I feel like, yes, I'm kind of also on the side of celebrities. Who the fuck?
A celebrity stunt commissioner?
Celebrity stunt
I have a great
commissioner?
idea. Okay. Because I think they have the ability to do the job right.
Who you got?
Okay, so I'll just start listing out a few. Stop me if you have any problems with these guys. Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Halle Berry.
Yep.
Halle and Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh, there we go.
oh, I would show up like, oh my god, I
There we
would watch
go.
every single game.
Look, if I propose to any of them.
Bro, I know. Not even you. When Nicki, you're telling me you would watch Dig versus Immortals if Nicki Minaj was commissioner?
Yes,
I don't believe you.
Megan Thee
I will be
Stallion?
there.
Okay,
There it is,
tell you
Megan
what.
Stallion. I like that one.
I believe that you'll do it once. I believe that you'll do it once.
Listen, if we had Nikki as commish,
Yeah.
Dignitas versus Immortals is no longer a game of League of Legends. It is like strippers. All of the players have been replaced.
True.
It is strippers on stage with like, maybe they're dressed as computers. Maybe they've got like,
They're dressed as
maybe they've got like A button, B button, like bras, like bikini tops on or something. And it's just like, fit. Yeah, no. And it's just, oh, flowers. I would love the LCS if it was run by Nicki Minaj. It would just be ass
Ooh.
and titties.
You know how the in-game music for League of Legends, for at least for North America, is like not. There's no in-game music, right?
Snooze
Like
fest.
in League of Legends, you're playing it, you just turn that shit off. But what if it was replaced by my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, hun.
I would. Oh my god. Oh my god. I would. Oh no. You know who I would. You know who I would put in charge of the LCS?
Who?
Leslie Nope.
Oh, there you go.
Leslie Nope. Amy Poehler from Parks and Rec.
Get
You
ready
don't know
for
who
more
Amy Poehler is?
More phones.
Amy Poehler is one of those chicks from SNL.
Yes. Opposite of Tina Fey.
Yeah, I know who both them are.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not like that chick you made up from the last 2 episodes.
Aubrey.
ago.
She is also.
Aubrey Plaza, not real, confirmed.
I fucking give up. Amy Poehler.
what's her name? Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler. She was married to Will Arnett for a bit.
It's like Poe. There's an H in her last name.
P-O-H-L-E-R.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an H in there.
I think that her as Leslie Nope could fix the LCS.
Who's Leslie Knope?
The character she played in Parks
No,
and
no,
Rec.
but I mean, like, what
So
kind
the
of a character is
she
this?
plays a
Oh, I've seen her.
Parks and Recreation.
You have the hots for Amy Nope
Amy Knope.
or Amy Poehler.
Right.
Amy
Amy
Poehler.
Knope. Amy
Close
Knope.
enough, we'll take it.
For this girl?
Amy Knope.
Kill me. No, I think honestly, I think that we need someone like that. We need someone who is deathly passionate,
Oh, yes.
but someone who is also capable.
Yes.
And that's where I'm like struggling to think of someone like in the League of Legends scene or even the esports scene who could fix that. That isn't me, of course, but I don't want the job.
I'm breaking my brain.
I vote for
thinking-
Raz.
Ooh.
Raz for commissioner.
I like this a lot.
I vote for Raz.
Raz
You
for
gonna
president.
Are you gonna sleep through the meeting?
Raz.
I never
you
sleep
could
through
be
meetings.
the Obama of LCS. You could be the first black president of the LCS.
That's what I like to fucking hear. Put that on all of my campaign posters. In fact, don't even put my name on those posters.
God.
Put down black for president. That's all.
Just a black sticker.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I just thought of some content that we can film next week.
The LCS
Happy
gets
to help.
blacked.
There it is.
Oh my god. So okay, what character are you running for to be commish?
What are you? I'm not in the race. Are you? I ain't racing against Barack Obama.
Yeah, Barack Obama wins this one easily.
Who's the person who ran against Obama?
McCain.
John McCain.
Yeah.
You want to be
Mitt
McCain?
Romney also.
Mitt Romney, John McCain, yeah. They're
You
all
wanna
pretty
be
much
one
the
of
same person.
M's?
If I'm McCain, does that make you Sarah Palin?
Oh!
My name is Sarah Palin. You all know me, Vice
Oh, I
President
like
nominee of the GOP. Gonna
I think it'd be
need
pretty
your
cool
vote
to be-
in the next
I'd be Mitt
election.
Romney.
Can I get a
He's
vote
like handsome
from
for a
the
50-year-old, and on top of that, he's Mormon. I'll take it. I'll
Damn.
take it.
Damn. All right. Well,
I'll have a strong fan base in Utah.
Trying to go for the Utah vote.
LCS in shambles. What do you guys? You guys just get to chill because you guys get to chill until MSI. Yeah.
That's true. So I've been able to complete season 4 of The Wire.
Of The Wire.
Nice.
That's been fun.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
That's
One to
been-
go.
Thought you
Been
was
a
gonna
lot.
take care of me, Carver.
I thought you, dude. I was watching this scene, and it was
Bro.
just like, is he really just? Oh no, he's just
Bro.
walking
He
down
just
the hall.
walked away.
Oh, you just walking
That
down.
long
I thought you were gonna
hallway.
take care of me, huh? I thought you were gonna take care of me, Carver, huh? You gonna take care of me, huh? I was like, oh my fuck, my heart was breaking, man.
Yeah.
My heart was
It's
breaking.
a heavy hitting show,
It
bro.
is.
I
Right.
hate Herc,
Right in
man.
the feels.
I don't know why you know, whenever there's a character that's just fucking up the entire way,
Yep.
the entire time just
Are you-
fucking up.
So who do you hate more, Herc or Ziggy? Because you really hated Ziggy.
I hated Ziggy. I hate Herc more. I hate Herc
Damn.
more. To be fair, Ziggy's problems did bleed to other people, but at least he wasn't in a position of power. Herc is a position of power fucking people up.
Wait. Is he still a cop?
I think he's still a cop.
Okay.
He shouldn't be a cop. He
So-
was on that trial hearing, so he should not be a cop. I think he's gone.
His journey is not yet completed.
Okay.
There's more character growth.
Very good. I think, like, the one thing that I liked is by the end, you could tell that he owned up to some of his mistakes. So you're
Right.
like, you can tell that he's on his pathway up.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was like, you already messed up, brother. You fucked up this kid.
Yeah.
You fucked up Bubbles.
Yeah.
The amount of times that Bubbles is like, he's guy ain't calling me, and I already instigated. I already instigated this guy, and fucking Herc left me out to dry. No, I need Herc to die, man. The character. In game. So there's that, and also, I don't know. Oh, Miss Anime. So my friend has been watching this show on Discord, and I've been watching with Fruit Basket. You know Fruit Basket?
And thank you all for watching another episode
What?
of Caster's Couch.
Do you
We
know
not-
Fruit
We do not
Basket?
have enough time for me to get into Fruit
She's
Basket.
going to tell you that your show is shit.
What?
If
We do
Ovilee
not have
ever
enough
doesn't
time.
want to talk about an anime, it's because she thinks it's dog ass.
I
What?
do not have enough time for me to get into Fruit Basket. That could be our first
Blame
subject.
her.
That could be our first subject for next time. No, Fruit
Blame her.
Basket, it's a bad anime.
Whoa.
Bad anime.
Let us know how you
Thank
feel
you
in the
all for
comments.
watching, and we'll see
Whoa.
you
See you
next
next
week.
week.
Bye.
Kiss him and not me is better?